Hello everybody, this is Cult Built Designs. It's been a little while and I know. I took a small little break because I got a little bit burnt out, and also making instructions admittedly is very time consuming. But we're back with a mock that I built a couple weeks ago, and that is the British liner from the White Star Line. The last White Star Line liner ever, pretty much, built. The MV Britannic. And here she is. Don't worry about this really large space. That's because I built it the wrong way, and then they added this. So, first of all, front view, very nice. Uh, Port view, back view, and not back view, starboard view. I actually really love this build. This might be one of my favorite builds of all time. A few disclaimers while going into it. There is a little gap right here. That's just because of the spacing of Lego. You have to have those gaps, unfortunately, but they're not that noticeable. Unless you're looking directly from the top, you're not going to notice them. And even then, they blend in decently well. I used little minifigure hands as flags, which I'm a little bit proud of, though I know a lot of people have actually done that, so it's not like I came up with it. The rudder is fully turnable on this mock, using my classic trick. It's a very thin mock, but it's, again, 1/640th scale, maybe a little larger. Overall, it's honestly my favorite, one of my favorite builds. There's another build that I think I'm more proud of, and you've seen it. It's my USS Missouri. But this is still a great build. I love, one thing I do think is actually really cool, and this might be a small little thing, but I just love how the shaping of the bow is. I don't know why. Now, MV Britannic is personally my favorite of the three Britannics. There's Britannic in 1874, which I like. There's the famous HMHS Britannic, which is, again, a ship I like. But I don't know, there's just something about MV Britannic that I like a lot more. It was basically built before the merger of Cunard White Star Line, which actually makes it a very unique ship in that respect. If you didn't know that, actually, during the merger, it could have been White Star Line that actually would have had the larger sharehold. Therefore, White Star Line would probably be the one that's still around today instead of Cunard Line. But sadly, because White Star Line scrapped a lot of their famous liners, especially Olympic, yeah, they don't have it. They didn't hold as much sharehold, so unfortunately, they didn't get to hold as much of the company. But yeah, the Lego version is very nice looking. There is a small, tiny little shaping issue, but you don't notice that too much. I'm proud of the. Honestly, I'm very proud of this ship. It's one of my first ocean liners in the scale, and for what it is, I think I did a very good job. Are there things I could improve? Of course, but you could say that about everything. Shaping and sculpting of the hull is nice, and yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about besides that. Oh, the ship does come with a new unique stand. This one is a fully connected stand, of course. Looks nice. And then if you want to see some of the sub-assemblies, I will start taking them off for you. And yes, the entire ship can come off. Yes. These are basically the sub-assemblies for the ship. You basically start with the draft. You move on to the black section, the main hull. You build the white section, which is, yes, this is a separate piece. And then you build this part of it, which is the main superstructure and all its little details. And before you get confused, when you get to this part of the instructions, you usually want to build these things. You want to look at the picture. You do want to kind of look at pictures of the ship, and then you'll see how all the parts are supposed to come off, how they're supposed to come on. But, yeah. So, that is MV Britannic. And that is Cult Built Designs. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please like, subscribe, comment, and all the feedback. I'm always reading you guys' comments. And if you want to download instructions for this build, it is on in my Rebrickable page, which will be linked down below. It will be out in a few days, just because that's how Rebrickable works. And I will, of course, link the video, the Rebrickable page to the description and the down below. And yeah, bye.